Hello and welcome to this video on dividing fractions. So we're going to look at this in two parts here. We're going to start by looking at proper fractions. So these are fractions where you've got a lower number on the top, so anything that's less than 100% essentially. And then we're going to take a look at improper fractions after that. Okay, first thing I'm going to tell you to help you with this is this little acronym. So we've got keep, flip, change. So the way that you tackle divisions with fractions is like this. We keep the first fraction as it is. So that one will, on this example here, it will stay as a half. We flip the top and the bottom numbers on the second fraction. So that becomes 4 over 3 instead of 3 over 4. And we then change the operation to a multiplication. So that then becomes 1/2 times 4 over 3. So in this example here, we do 1 times 4, which is 4, and 2 times 3, which will give you 6, which would then simplify down to 2/3 in this particular example. Okay, so here's one question then. So maybe give your video a bit of a pause and have a go yourself, and then I will explain how to go about doing this. Okay, so on this one then, we've got 2/3. So remember, keep that fraction as it is. We're then going to flip that half. Then we're going to complete this as if it's a multiplication. So on this one, we've got 2 times 2, which is 4, and 3 times 1, which is 3 on this example. Okay, so you will notice here we've got an improper fraction. So what we can do with this is we can turn it into a mixed number. So we would write that over 3, and remember there's one lot of 3 in 4, so we write that there, and then we have 1 left over. Okay, let's have a look at another one. So this time we've got 2/3 divided by 7/8. Okay, if we have a look at this then, so you've got 2/3 to start with. We'll keep that as it is. We'll flip this fraction around. So we've got 8 over 7. And then we're going to divide. Okay, so this time we're doing 2 times 8. We need to tell you times, don't we? What am I talking about? I forgot the change. So we change that to a times. That will give you 2 times 8, which is 16. And then 3 times 7, which will give you 21 for that one. Okay, let's just do a little bit of practice with this then. So here are 3 questions just for you to practice with. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, so if we take a look at this video then, I'll maybe just go through that middle one there. That's probably quite a tricky one there. So we've got 8 over 9. Sign's going to change to a times. We've then got 7 over 2. So 7/8 give you 56. 9 times 2 gives you 18. What's then happened here is we've halved those numbers because you can simplify that fraction. So that gives you your 28 over 9 that you've got here. And then you can see if you do your 9 times table, you've got 9, 18, 27. So we've got 3 full 9s there, and then a remainder of 1 to take you to your 28 there on that particular one. Okay, let's have a look at some improper fractions. This is where it gets a little bit more challenging. There's maybe an extra step or two involved on these. So here's your first example. So why not pause your video, have a little go, and then see, and we'll go through the answer together just after that. Okay, so the extra step involved with this one is to turn them into improper fractions first. So on this one we've got, if we can keep the bottom numbers the same for now, And we can do 2 times 3 to get 6. Add on the 1, you get the 7. And on the bottom one, you've got 2 times 8, which is 16. Add on the 3, you get 19. Oh, what am I doing? So that's 7 over 3 divided by 8 over 19. So now we've got to apply the keep, flip, change. So we've got to swap that 8 and 19 around. And what we'll now end up with is 7 times 8, which is 56, and 3 times 19, which will give you 57 on this particular example. So it's just that extra change where you've got to turn these into improper fractions. It's just the only extra step involved. Once you get to the improper fractions, it's essentially the same as proper fractions. Let's look at another couple of examples, and let's look at one here. So if we go through this one, so we've got 3 there, 4 there. 4 times 3 will give you the 12. Add on the 2 on top of the fraction, you get 14. 2 times 4 is 8. Add on the 1, you get 9. So that's where we're at so far. So we can leave that first fraction as it is, change that to a times, then we can do 4 over 9 just there. So now what we've got to do is 14 times 4, which will give you 56. 3 times 9, which will give you 27. So if we think about our 27 times table there, 2 lots of 27 gives you 54. That'll give you a 2 there. And then we've got 2 left over until we get to that 56. Okay, so 2 full 27s with a remainder of 2, which then goes over that same denominator just down there. Let's do one more example then. So we've got 9 and 5 as our denominators for now. 1 times 9 gives you 9. Add on the 2 and you get 11. 3 5s are 15. Add on the 1, you get 16. Now we need to apply our keep, flip, change. So we've got 11 over 9 multiplied by, if we flip those 2 around, we get 5 over 16. So then we're going to get 55 if we do 11 times 5 over, so 16 times 9 will give us 144 for that particular example. Okay, so I'll give you 3 to practice with. So here are your three to practice with. So pause your video and have a go, and I'll pop the answers up on screen shortly. Okay, here are your answers to these then. Okay, so hopefully that video has been useful to you. The improper fractions can get quite challenging, the mixed numbers and the improper fractions, but just follow that keep, flip, change, so that KFC all the way through. You might just need to practice with the converting between mixed numbers and improper fractions if it's those ones you're struggling with a little bit. And I've done another video on that if you want to have a look on my fractions playlist. Okay, please hit subscribe, and there'll be loads more content coming your way to help you get ready for the GCSE Maths Foundation syllabus. Thanks very much for listening. Bye bye.